downhill, and we're half done. Life is good.
It'll be better when I'm in the camper in the shower.
I think it'll be better for all of us after your shower.
This week we are on our way to Glacial Lakes State Park. We've been kind of on the southwest corner of Minnesota for a while now. Now we're heading a little bit north and kind of doing a state park in the western side of Minnesota.
Yeah, so this is in western Minnesota. It looks like it's straight west of St. Cloud. So it's kind of western Minnesota, smack dab in the middle, north to south of Minnesota.
Yeah, I think it's a little more south. I don't know. We'll see. I'll put a dot on the map and
We'll see
where it is.
This is an exciting trip. Not so much for us. It's actually a little
more work for us this trip. Just a tiny bit.
Yes. But the reason that this trip is so exciting is because this is our granddaughter's very first camping trip.
It is. For the next 2 weeks, which means she's going to go on 2 state park camping. At least two state park camping trips with us, possibly some other trips as well.
Right.
For the most part, the Minnesota state parks do a really good job at having nice, flat, even campsites or sites that have just a slight grade at them so the water will run off. But every once in a while you get a site that's a little bit irregular and needs a little bit additional support to even out your camper. Well, at the front end of our campsite this week, we have the tongue jack fully retracted. That's as far in as my tongue jack will go. And we're still about a half an inch too high in the front.
Friday morning, and instead of doing my usual solo hike, I am going to take 2 little ones.
Hi.
Yeah. For a walk so that Dave can get a little bit of work done this morning. All right, Friday morning walk. Here we go. In a turn that surprises no one, the toddler did not last very long walking on his own. So we've got the toddler in the backpack, we've got the sleeping baby right there, and we're gonna go check out the rest of the park. Well, I can certainly see where Glacial Lakes State Park got its name from. If you look behind me here, you can see all these lovely rolling hills. You can definitely tell that this is an area where glaciers came through a few million years ago. But there are these lovely lakes and just gorgeous rolling hills surrounding them. You can hop onto Marty's Trail right here next to the boat landing. As you can see, the beach here is not very big. This is it. That's the whole beach. I'll be honest, I'm a little underwhelmed. Glacial Lakes State Park may not have the prettiest beach, but it does have this going for it. There are the least amount of mosquitoes of any state park that I've been to the entire summer. So that is like 10 extra bonus points for Glacial Lakes State Park. And switcheroo! There's a great horse camp here at Glacial Lake State Park, and as you can see behind me, right there are some trails at this park that are dual use. They're for both horseback riders and for hikers, so whichever you happen to be, make sure you're watching out for the other. Ooh, there are people out in a boat.
Fisher people.
Fun, and very soon that will be me. I have not gone paddleboarding since before I was pregnant with Thor. The lake that we're at today is perfect. It's a small lake. It's not huge. There aren't a ton of waves. I'm not going to get lost on it.
No, it's not big enough to get lost on.
No, for somebody who hasn't been paddleboarding in a couple of years, this is the perfect size lake. So I'm really excited. What do you think? Is it a good look for me?
It is a good look for you. I hope you have a lot of fun.
That's the campground. You want to go straight?
Oh, I want to go straight.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there was a sign there that said, never mind.
Yeah, to the beach, but we're not going to take the walking path in the car.
We have four-wheel drive. They might frown on that, though.
Maybe just a little. There we go. That feels good.
Bon voyage.
Wish me luck.
Safe travels.
What are you doing?
Where's Mama going?
Oh my God, that was so awesome. Why are you laughing?
Nothing. You're so excited.
It was. I mean, it was really relaxing, but it was so good. I needed that.
Well, good. I'm
So
glad.
I spent more than an hour out there, so I have to go back into the ranger station, return my life jacket, and pay them an extra $10. But oh my God, that was $20 worth of therapy, spending time on the water.
Yeah, well, good.
Amazing.
We're out for a evening stroll.
But this is the first time that we have gone out with both of the babies in the backpack.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, there's Thor.
Dave doesn't usually wear Thor in the backpack, but we made it work this time.
And we're taking a loop. Can you not hear that? She's like starving. Grandpa! Grandpa! I have to have food in my mouth at all times. coming out of the park. There's a nice big hill, caught a lot of speed coming out of the park. And it's a lot of fun, right? You're on your bike, you're like, woohoo, this is fantastic, wah! Well, guess what? But unfortunately, at the bottom of the hill, there's like a big rolling turn where the tar has bubbled up. And there's several like spike, I don't know, little mountains in the middle of the bike path. And I hit him going full speed. Ah! Ah! Now my bike's really old. My back tire had a little bit of a wobble in it before I hit those, but now it wobbles a lot, and it wobbles so much that with me on the bike trying to ride it, it's now rubbing on the frame because it's twisting, making it almost impossible to ride. I can't go up any hills, which I always had trouble with hills anyway, but now going up the hills is impossible. I'm having to walk it up the hills. And going downhill, I can ride it and get a little bit of momentum going downhill, but even so, it's like riding with the brake on. So it's going to take me a while to get back to camp. Thank you for coming to rescue me.
Every single time somebody has to be rescued. Oh, and there's somebody else who wants to be rescued, I guess.
Yes, I think so.
Mother Nature decided to cooperate with us. Yay! So instead of thunderstorms this evening, we ended up with just gorgeous sunny weather.
Mm-hmm. It's about 80 degrees.
Yeah, so it's the perfect time to go for a hike. And we're gonna hop onto the hiking club trail right here at the end of the rustic campground. This is called Glacial Lakes State Park, and as you can see, there's a lake way there in the background. But I think it could also be called Glacial Hills State Park, because if you look, there are a lot of these little rolling hills, and we're about to go up some of those.
Holy crap. That's a big old hill.
It is.
Holy. The thing of it is, when we get back to camp, when we're in the camper and we're all done with this hike, I'll feel better. I'll know that I did something positive. Be able to take a shower, take a rest, and it'll be over with.
I've noticed about this park is that in stark contrast to many of the other parks that we have been to this summer, there is like zero bug problem right now. Maybe one mosquito here or there, fly here or there, but like we didn't put on bug spray and it hasn't even been a problem. Called it.
They put the hiking club password at the highest point of this park.
Yes, you have to put in maximum effort for the for this trail. So my previous theory about how the hiking club trail is always the easiest, most accessible trail may have been a little bit off base for this particular park.
Not in this park, yeah.
Yeah. I have good news for you.
What?
We made it to the top of the hill. You know what that means?
We did. It's a marvelous top
I
of the hill.
know, but this is great news for you. Do you know why?
Why?
Because we're over half done.
And we're going downhill.
Exactly.
Yes.
Downhill, and we're half done. Life is good.
It'll be better when I'm in the camper in the shower.
I think it'll be better for all of us after your shower. Dave just told me to go in and adjust the white balance because my face looks too red. Did it ever dawn on you that maybe I'm just a little warm?
That is not what I said. Don't
after
tell the
hiking
YouTube.
to the very highest peak in the park.
I said our faces were a little red. The white balance was off because the sun was directly shining on us in its golden hour.
Are you making fun of me for being out of shape?
No.
What you doing with Dad's camera? Videographer in the making right there, ladies and gentlemen.
And he drops it less than I do.
It's Sunday morning. How could I possibly leave without taking in a little bit more of this? And this. And this. And this. These rolling hills, though.
Stop pinching my nipple. Now be sure to like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell.